Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I would like to share with you a try on using the new and beautiful chocolate rose gold palette. So here it is, it's rose gold, looks absolutely stunning. I love the packaging, and then inside you've got these beautiful shades. Now in yesterday's video I went through the palette more in depth. I shared with you swatches, I shared with you how I felt it performed on that first try on. I gave you information about price, where I picked it up from, and the weight, you know, of all of the pans, because they do differ, because you've got smaller pans and you've got the two larger pans. So I shared that all with you, and I will link that video down below if you are interested in watching that. Today I want to try it on for you so you can actually see for yourself how it performs. So I'm really looking forward to trying it today. I want to do something a little bit different. Yesterday was more of a rosy look, rosy, yeah, definitely a rosy look, and then with the beautiful Barbie shade on the lid, which is a duochrome and it's very rose gold inspired, hence the name of the palette. I'll just go through the purchase information because I am getting a lot of questions about this. Now obviously this palette has not launched yet. There has been a delay because last week it was meant to launch last Wednesday and it didn't. There was a delay because the shop within a shop went live and it opened on Friday. So that was at Superdrug 1 in Liverpool, and that is why the only place that you can actually purchase this palette is in that Liverpool 1 store. So that shop within a shop, that flagship Makeup Revolution store, went live last Friday. It was opened last Friday in that Superdrug 1 store in Liverpool. You cannot purchase this from tanbeauty.com. You cannot purchase it from superdrug.com. I have asked, but the information that I got was that it will definitely be very soon, but it is going to be, you know, delayed. So it was meant to go live last week. So that's the information that I have for you. And I also want to share this palette, and I know obviously you want to get your hands on it, but I want to share the looks with you so you have all of that information. So when this palette does launch, and like I said, it should be soon, you have all the information to go forward and make your purchase if that's what you want to do. So today, and obviously I want to get that out of the way because like I said, I have had quite a few questions in regards to where did I purchase from and so forth. So it was the Liverpool 1 store within the Superdrug store, and that was within the Liverpool 1 like a retail shopping centre. So I hope that all makes sense for you now, and now I want to obviously try this palette on and show you how it performs. And like I say, I want to do something a little bit different. Now I am going to be using my trusty Primark brush, my absolute favourite brush, and I want to do something more neutral. I don't want the transitional shade to be as rosy as it was yesterday, because you saw that that was very rosy, very reddy brown, and I want to do something a little bit more neutral to share with you how versatile this palette is going to be. So what I'm going to start off with is the shade My Own, which is this one down here. And I also didn't mention yesterday that this palette actually smells of chocolate. I've just actually smelt it again. So it's not overpowering, it's not over the top, it's not sickly, it is just a very, very nice hint of chocolate. So I'm going to start off by putting that shade My Own onto my Primark brush. And these shades, well, what I found from yesterday was that they are very pigmented, especially the mattes were definitely very pigmented, certainly the ones that I tried. So what I'm going to do is just now pop this colour in the crease, and I'm going to, as usual, take that quite high. You can see how pigmented that colour is. And again, I'm going to dip into my own again, and I'm just going to add it to the other side, of course. I just think these are beautiful colours. This is definitely more of a neutral brown shade. It has got a little bit of, it looks like a terracotta. It's got a bit of a orangey tone to it, and certainly different from that shade Uh-Oh that I used yesterday, but you can see how pigmented those are. You don't really have to also keep, I know that I'm blending it in and taking it up because it's difficult for me because I have such a space there to make sure that that colour, you know, rises right to the top. And like I mentioned yesterday, I do have hooded lids as well. So basically, if I don't if I don't take that colour high enough, then you can't actually see it. Another thing is that I mentioned this as well, but I will mention it again if you didn't see yesterday's video, is that a lot of shades that I use as transitional shades, I put the product on, but you can't see it, and I'm thinking, well, I did actually put a lot of product on there and then it just disappears. Not with these. They are so pigmented that you can take them into the crease and higher, and you're not going to lose that shade at all. So now what I want to do is just deepen up the crease area, and again I'm going in with a more of a neutral. So I used Girl Boss yesterday, which was this shade here, which is that one there. So it's like a deeper rosier brown, but this time I want to use this shade here, which is called Backup, and it's more of your neutral brown, so it's quite a deep shade. So I'm going to be very, very careful because these are very pigmented, and I'm going to just dip the tip of this brush in, and I'm going to just put it into the crease. And just blend that in. It blends in very effortlessly. You don't have to blend too much, and it is just stunning. So I'm just going to go into that colour again. I also hold my brush, this is another technique, I do hold my brush near enough right at the end of the actual handle, and that actually helps, because what I don't want to do is I want it to be quite blown out. I don't want the colour to be heavy, and if I hold my brush right at the end, it really does help. You know, you're not pressing too hard, it's just light strokes. So that's that one. Now I'm using Backup again, and I'm going to just add it to this side as well. And I'm hardly putting any of the colour on, because what I don't want to do is I don't want it to be too dark. I want it to be quite daytime appropriate. So I'm just dipping very, very lightly into that colour and just adding that to the crease there. So you can see that that's now starting to deepen up. But we've not lost that transitional shade, so I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm even going to deepen that up a little bit, just a tiny bit more. A little bit more this side. I think that's matching. I do tend to, because the light hits me a little bit different, even though I'm sitting right in front of a window, you would think that the light would hit me straight on, but it doesn't. I get more light from this side than I do from this side, and it does make, you know, doing a eyeshadow look a little bit difficult, but I think that's it. So now what I want to do is just deepen up this area here. So I'm going to use the same shade back up, and I'm just going to add that shade on the outer third of the eye. Now, what I want to do is also run that shade underneath the eye as well. So I want to actually go into the transitional shade that I used, and that was, of course, it was my own. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it was. I don't want to go into uh-oh by mistake. So it was definitely my own. So I'm going to just, again, dip the tip of the brush into that and then just run that under the eye. And you can see that is just a tiny bit onto the tip of the brush, not much at all. You can't even, well, you can just see a little bit on the tip there, and that is all you need. These are so pigmented. Just make sure that that is all joined up, so like that. Now what I want to do, I want to use a totally different shade. Now I think what I'm going to do, because there's two shades that I'm particularly interested in this palette. One is called Hard Work, which is that yellow gold. It's like a yellow green gold. And then this one here, which is called, I think it's Touch Me. It's the green moss shade. So what I'm going to do is put the moss shade there, which is Touch Me, in the middle, and then lighten it up with Hard Work more towards the inner corner. Now I'm going to use my finger only because I find that it's easier, and I don't mind using a brush, but I've got so used to using a finger. Someone did mention to me, did these feel different to the other palette that was launched was it last Wednesday, along with the two highlighter palettes, and do these feel more like pressed pigments? They certainly do. They are very soft. They are very, very creamy. The shade Luxe, this shade here, it doesn't seem as densely packed as the others, and you can see that, but it does work very, very well still. It seems to me, when I swatched it for the first time yesterday, that shade Luxe felt like it was more like a packed glitter. It had that kind of consistency, but it still works very, very well. And obviously over the next coming weeks, I'll be doing more looks and wearing that colour as well. But what I wanted to do is to share with you how versatile the palette was. And after wearing a rosy look today, I wanted to show you, you can actually, if you want a neutral look, you can create that as well. So I'm just going to add Touch Me onto the middle of the eye. So what we're going to create is more of a gradient look. And then I'm just going to do that on the other eye. So I've added that colour. I'm just going to take it to the outer like that a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to get a brush this time, because we're going right into the inner corner, and I'm getting the Hard Work colour, so that yellow greeny gold colour onto, and it's just a Wilko flat brush, but obviously you can just use any flat brush that you have. And I'm just putting a little bit of that on. And that work, I'm absolutely loving that colour. I knew it was going to be good when I saw this palette swatched, and when I saw that shade, I knew that I was going to love it. Now, I'm not, and I've said this before, I'm not a big fan of green eyeshadow, but I have more recently, you know, I've been using new things, new colours, new shades, and yeah, I'm really, really loving that look. So I'm just going to pop that on the other side. Absolutely beautiful, stunning, and those two shades work so well together. I'm actually going to take that colour, so that's Hard Work, that green shade. I'm just going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to take that around that inner corner. Like that. Again with the other eye. That is stunning. I'm just getting another Wilko brush. It's just a clean brush, and I want to now just, I'm going to add, and that's that Touch Me shade, the deeper shade. I just want to go over that shade there. Like that, just to deepen that up, and also just to show you that you can put these on with a brush. Now I'm going to go back into that deeper shade, which is Backup, using the same brush that I used, and I'm just wanting to deepen that outer third a little bit, just to make sure that it all balances. Again on this side. I'm just going to put a little bit more underneath the eye. Now this was meant to be more of a daytime look, but to be honest, I'm loving it. That is so gorgeous. I'm loving, loving, loving that Hard Work shade, which is that one there. I knew I would, because it is stunning. And then of course you've got this deeper shade, which is Touch Me, and that one there is on the middle of the eye. You could put another shimmery shade over the top of that, but I really wanted a gradient look there, and I hope that that has helped. If you are thinking to yourself, well actually it's a rose gold palette, am I going to be able to get any other looks out of that palette apart from a rose gold look? So we've got, you know, a more of a browny orange transitional shade with a deeper, like a brown shade in the actual outer V and on the outer third of the eye, and then I've put the beautiful Touch Me and Hard Work shades, which err on the side of green, especially that Hard Work. It's like a green gold. It's stunning, beautiful. As usual, I'll put close-up pictures on my Instagram for you to have a real close-up look at this, but I hope you can see that from this video. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving, loving, loving this palette, and I can't wait to try some more looks. I am really hopeful, and I would really like you to actually mention down below. Someone did ask me if I could use or if they could use the more orangey highlighter palette that went live last week on Wednesday, whether they could use that on their eyes, and could I do a tutorial using that on my eyes. I would really like to know if other people are interested in that, although I probably will do that. I'm thinking of doing that tomorrow, so I really would like your feedback on that. I'd really like your feedback on what you think about this palette, what you think about this look. I'm really interested actually, because you know, with a rose gold palette you think just going to make a rose gold look, but you know, today I've proved that no, you can do more of a neutral green-eyed look if that's what you want to do. So I hope you did find that helpful. Obviously I would love it if you gave this video a thumbs up to show your support. I'm really, really loving that at the moment. You really are. And yeah, you're really giving me that support, especially with the comments. I'm loving the comments that you're sending me, and yeah, I mean, you always have been very, very supportive, but the comments, sorry, are getting better and better, and I really feel that, yeah, you are really supporting me. So I really appreciate that. And not only that, of course, if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel to watch future videos and tutorials of up and coming products. So as usual, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, thank you. Bye.